so it's me, Kiani. A few days ago, I posted a photo on Instagram and asked the question, what story do your eyebrows tell about you? Do they say that you're patient? Do they say that you're a perfectionist? Or do they say that you are in the grow out phase or possibly even challenged? I have actually been in the process of growing my eyebrows out to create a much fuller brow. And one of my #1 questions that I'm always asked is, how do I create an eyebrow? So what better of a way for me to answer those questions for you guys, also to show you some of the newer products and techniques that I'm actually using to create my enhanced or fuller brow. I will also take you through my quick maintenance application that I do to my brows to make sure that I keep them nice, finely, and precise. One of my most watched videos right now on YouTube is my eyebrow razoring technique. I haven't actually moved far from that eyebrow razoring technique when I maintenance my own brows. However, I am using newer products because there's so many products out to use. So in this video, I'm actually going to show you guys how I actually create my fuller brow using the products that I love to use, as well as incorporating into my eyebrow razoring technique. I will also leave that video in the down bar for those of you that have not seen it, that you check out this video as well, and therefore I can show you how to create a perfect fuller brow. So if this is a look you're interested in, stay tuned and I'll show you how I create it. First, I actually start by sketching my eyebrows. And as you can tell in this clip, my eyebrows are very, very ungroomed, but of course, there's nothing like creating a new brow than by allowing them to grow out. Eyebrows are just like a great haircut. Most great haircuts come from an extreme grow out, same as my eyebrows. I grew them out so I would have the maximum amount of strays to groom. Secondly, I actually grabbed a light pencil. I used my MAC lingering pencil. Very, very fine brush strokes is what I actually use to actually create the mimicking of hairs going through the brow. And as you can see, those the brow is actually becoming a little bit more in shape, and the hairs that are actually obstructing the brow are becoming a little less obvious, shall we say. I actually move over to the other eye and create the exact same shape. By doing this, you're actually going to create the most beautiful shape, and you're going to work with the maximum amount of hairs. If I actually go in with my eyebrow razor first, I have a tendency to actually make my brows too narrow. I want to keep the brow nice and full. You create the shape first, go in and fill it in. Here I'm actually using a little bit of my brow set. That's by MAC, Boy Girl, and I actually start to create nice brush strokes into the brow. And what that does is actually gives me a nice enhanced look of the brow. Next, I'm actually going to move in with a pomade. Pomades are actually really, really slick products, but they are created very, very nicely so you can create a nice tail. I think pomades are actually used best on the edge of the eyebrow because usually it bonds to the skin a little bit better. So for those of you girls that are challenged with having a tail, or have possibly gone in and razored a little bit too much off, or possibly had them waxed a little bit too thin, a pomade is actually going to fit the bill for that. They're really, really nice to use when there's more skin than hair. Lastly, as I go in, I have already created the shape that I want, so I'm going to go in and use my eyebrow razor. Now I'm ready to do that, and I'm actually going to pull the skin slightly taut, and I'm going to go in at an angle. I want to go and allow the blade to lie on the skin in the direction of where the hair is coming out of its follicle. I tend to go all the way around the exterior part of my forehead and really, really gradually pull those hairs off because I usually tend to wear my hair back, as you can tell, and I really don't want those hairs in the process or in the way of the look of the brow that I'm trying to create. Then I actually go underneath the eyebrow and remove those hairs that are there obstructing the view of the brow as well. And as you can tell by doing this, I'm not going to have to worry about going in too close to the brow itself. I've already created the brow shape that I want. There's no need for me to go in any closer. If you do this, then you're actually creating a problem for yourself. You've already sketched out the brow that you want to actually work with for the next couple of weeks, because this is usually how long I go before I actually go in at this point and razor them again. And I just really go in and shape them as necessary. Lastly, to fill in even further, if you need to, go back and repeat steps 1, 2, and 3 as much as necessary until you get that brow back to where you wanted it. If anything has faded, I do tend to go in with some smaller scissors just to remove any of the strays that are on the top part of the brow, and that just makes them look even more enhanced and manicured. Some people like to use tweezers, but I do like to use a razor instead. My hairs do grow in kind of sparse, partly because I do use a razor blade and it does break those hairs off at the skin. But at the same time, if you wanted to use tweezers, feel free to do so. And of course, there are brow powders that I like to use, and sometimes I go in, as you'll see here, and fill in just a little bit more to make sure that I don't have any gaps in the brow. After this is all done, you should have a perfectly manicured full brow. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed creating it. Make sure that you thumbs up this video for more videos from me, Makeup by Kiani. Also, if you have any other comments, leave them in the down bar. Any other questions on brows or even products that you've used that I didn't list here in this video, list those for me. What do you think about the products that I'm using? Have you used them? Are you one of those people that's challenged? Or do you feel a little bit more inclined to manicure your brows yourself after watching this video? Leave your comments in the down bar. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not already. For those of you that have, thank you so much. Big hugs and kisses coming your way from me, Makeup by Kiani. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at love_Kiani. You'll see who I'm applying these tips and techniques to. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. Bye.